Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand what generative AI is all about. Everyone is talking about ChatGPT, everyone is talking about generative AI. So this session will give you a clarity on what it is and what not it is. It's a simple session and it will be very easy to understand. Before we get into the deeper understanding of what generative AI is or to define what generative AI is, it is important to understand the bigger picture. The AI is the discipline that we are talking about. We are all talking about AI. It's all artificial intelligence, under which the machine learning comes, and under which again the deep learning comes, and as a subset, now generative AI comes. Machine learning, deep learning, generative AI is the hierarchy. So, deep learning is a subset of machine learning, generative AI is the subset of deep learning. So, it is a type of AI technology which can produce variety of contents like the text, audio, images, or any synthetic data. So you can see the picture which is presented in front of you, which will give you clarity about the relationship between ML, DL, and generative AI. This is far important for us to understand further points. Now remember, we have two types, which is supervised learning and unsupervised learning. These two are approaches, and it is all about labels when you go to supervised, and unsupervised is not that luxurious in that way. So if you know the basics, that's fine. You can understand rest of the points that I'm going to talk about. But otherwise, please learn the fundamentals. What is supervised learning? What is unsupervised learning? All these are important. Right. There are two deep learning model types available. One is discriminative, another one is generative. The generative AI thing comes into generative model, and we will understand what is discriminative model first. It is used to classify or predict. I am sending an input image. It will classify it as what is it. It is an image of an animal. The animal can be cat or dog. It understands and it classifies it as a cat in the case that I have presented. This is trained on the label data. The model learns the relationship between the features of the data points on the labels. Once the model is trained, it can be used to predict the label for the new data points. I am sending an input image. It will understand what it is and it will classify. So it discriminates clearly. But when you come to the other type, which is generative AI, it is all about generating new content based on the data that it was trained on. An example is going to be always healthy here. I'm going to send an image. It understands that it is a cat image. It generates a new cat image for us. It understands it is cat and it generates new cat for us. So this is the new cat that we have gotten. So this is called generative model. Now we can define it. Generative AI is a type, or to be very concise, subset of deep learning, which can create new content based on the training it got from the existing content. The process of learning from the training enables creation of the statistical model, and when the prompt is issued, I mean, you are asking a question, what is Gen AI, what is that, what is this kind of questions, right? When it is issued, the generative AI utilizes the statistical model to predict what would be the expected response and generates the content accordingly. I am typing a question, the statistical model will be utilized and the response will be generated in the way that I expect. That's it. This is called Gen AI. Now, if the output is image, audio, or natural language, it all can get qualified to be Gen AI. If it is number, discrete, or probability, it cannot be Gen AI. Remember that. If the output is image, audio, or natural language, you can qualify it outright as Gen AI. I hope it clarified and it gave you a fundamental understanding of what Gen AI is. We'll come up with more content in this same topic, and soon I'll meet you again. Thank you.